I was having a great conversation earlier today with Coach Sherry Wynn. If you have never heard her speak, or if you don't know her, I encourage you to look her up. She's a great motivational speaker and business coach. And we were having a great conversation earlier today about stories and telling stories as a way to make sales or difficult conversations feel a little bit easier. And it reminded me of a story. When I was in high school, I was one of those choir, band, speech, drama geeks, if you will, involved in many, many activities, all of them arts oriented. And one day we were rehearsing for West Side Story. And I was fortunate enough to be cast as Maria. And yeah, don't write to me about casting. I know I'm not Hispanic. This was high school, after all, in Ohio. We didn't have much choice. So I was Maria. And one day during rehearsal, my director was talking to me from the house. And I don't know if you've ever been in productions before, but when you're on stage with the lights on you, it's really difficult to see anybody out in the house. You can't see them. And I was having trouble understanding what she was saying, so I kept saying, like, what? Can you repeat that? And I kept taking steps towards the edge of the stage. Well, you could probably see where this was going. I fell off the edge of the stage. The cover for the instruments was down, but luckily there weren't chairs and music stands in it yet, and it wasn't so far down that I hurt myself. But it did make everybody go, oh, because there goes the lead in the musical walking off the stage. So what does this have to do with business or my life or body language? Well, it doesn't necessarily have to do with body language, but it does make me ask you a question. Have you ever been listening so hard to everybody else that you fell off in some area of your business? I think there is a good analogy there. And for me, it comes from listening a little bit too hard to what everybody else is constantly telling me about what I should or shouldn't be doing in my business. And I've made a lot of mistakes that way, listening to other people's opinion, taking courses that didn't come to fruition, and kind of losing my own authenticity along the way. And that's where kind of that imposter syndrome comes in. And it's funny that you might think as a former actress that I wouldn't have imposter syndrome, but you know what? Actresses, I think, have it worse than anybody else, because we're constantly trying to fit into a role. We're trying to be somebody else. So it's taken me a long time. I won't tell you how old I am, but it's taken me a long time to get over this impression of what I think that I should be that maybe isn't quite to my core authenticity. So I want you to learn from me today. Don't walk off the stage. Don't listen so hard to everybody else that you fall off your own course in your business. So I'm Allison Henderson. I am a body language expert, and tune in to this YouTube channel. Make sure that you subscribe, because usually I give a lot of tips about body language. Today, it's just a little bit about storytelling.